regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, they are scared, lonely, and stressed. Being in hospital facing painful treatments takes away from the happiness of childhood. But that's where Starlight comes in. At Starlight, we provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of, the things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile. Delivered to over 800 children's hospitals and medical facilities across the country, can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
I am so happy to be able to participate in these events. It immediately brings me joy just to be able to do something and to be around all of you. Many of you have been very, very generous in helping support this cause that is just pure and good and positive. And thank you, speaking of, thank you Head On for sponsoring a comfy gown, a hospital gown with nice colors and designs to help make the kid feel more normal and like themselves, and to make them literally more comfortable. And that will also help a children's hospital to do their jobs more effectively. So thank you very much for starting us off on such an amazing note. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
This is the way.
Is that Oliak? Or Oliak? Please do correct my pronunciation if I got it wrong. But welcome. Glad to see them working with mock makers more. Yeah. More. I mean, it's cheap for them. Lets them get some vetted, excellent sets. They just have to go through a little bit of extra work to make sure that it's fully ready to be a commercial product, which this did go through significant additional work to turn it from a pure mock into a commercial product. And it has worked out really, really well. Also, Kvota, welcome. Primus, Head On, thank you. Metalhead, Paladin, Warren, thank you. Yeah, I like that flower. Just like I said, just a little bit of rearrangement of some of the components of it goes a long way. But the prints are amazing and the value is amazing. Brooks Briggs, welcome back. Thank you for joining. Wasn't aware of this foundation. Definitely check them out. They do fantastic work. I've seen it, and a lot of viewers have seen it as well. I've been impacted by it, or are family members of people who've been impacted by it. Bring this in just a little bit closer. I got my little registration marks here, and all of our major goals have been passed. So this is all beyond the end zone now. The main thing that I wanted to do was get one of these funded, which we did. We got one of these funded to help serve over 1,500 kids per year times 7+ years. And then in addition to that, we also got one of these funded now. So that's very significant, very, very significant impact. We also passed $100,000 raised for Starlight in this community in the past, 3 years now? And our team Stream Stars, let's see where they're at, is well past its original goal of raising $10,000 for the cause. And they are well on the way to $15K, which was the stretch goal, the original stretch goal. And this doesn't end for another week. It doesn't end until next weekend. So I've added stretch goals now, finally. Again, all of our main ones have been hit and passed. So I can't ask for anything more. But if anything more does happen, we have like those $10 donations add up so much. I like the $10 donations during the normal flow of things, but when we're past the goals, it has such a strong, deep impact. And I appreciate it extra much. Like every dollar, every $5 at this point is great. $10 is fantastic. I've got a stretch goal there. You've already sponsored for me 1 day off. For folks who don't know, I work 7 days a week. I don't take days off unless they are mandated by these things. So I put stretch goals in there. I literally do not take days off unless I get them through extra performance and extra generosity towards good causes. You all already sponsored 1 day off per month in 2026 for me. If we hit 77777, all the sevens, then I'll get 2 floating bonus days that I can use at any point over the course of the year of 2020. That should be 2026. My bad. Let me fix that. You know, time kind of goes by fast and forget things. It's already 2026. It's about to be. That should auto update at some point. Make sure I got all. Yes. Yep. And then the super hyper ridiculous end of next week mega goal would be to get me back to 2 days off per month throughout 2026. What a manual? Oh, that's only one of 2. There are 2. These 2.5, 3,000 plus piece sets are significant. It's the timer of set. It totally is the timer of set. Yes, that's what I meant to say. And speaking of the donations, the reasonable donations that are now incredibly powerful and appreciated. Warren with that $10 donation. Thank you again. Let me get a star for you. And also Brick Princess with another $20 donation. You're too kind. Thank you once again. For significant empowerment of this incredible cause where $20 can turn into multiple toy deliveries or an hour of use of a VR system or a gaming system for 20 kids. Thank you very much. Nefarious, welcome back. Really, Nefarious? Okay, well, that's great. I am very glad to hear it. I definitely have tried my best to really understand them. Again, I had the wonderful opportunity to actually go to a children's hospital with a Starlight rep, and we saw a toy delivery from Lego, and the playroom where a lot of these things get delivered to. Got to speak to a child life specialist for like an hour and a half. Radiologists, definitely, and again, the folks that we've had come through who have been directly affected, who were Starlight kids or are parents or relatives of Starlight kids, we've had come into chat and tell their stories. So yeah, I'm just soaking it all up and doing my best to understand the truth, the full truth, because it's a lot bigger than any of those marketing videos or even starlight.org shows. The number of things that they do, the very, very specific impact on individual families. Like one family had to take their kid long distance, had to go on a long road trip and then stay in a motel to be near a treatment center because they needed specialized care. And Starlight delivered like toiletries and, non-perishable groceries to the family because that was the need that was identified. The kid was being taken care of to the best of the ability of, the medical profession. But the family needed help to support their kid. So that's what they did because they have the whole entire network that is that connected to be able to find the specific needs and best serve those needs. $20 can help 20 kids depending upon how they choose to distribute the funds, to use the funds. You see that up in the upper left, $10 can provide 10 kids access to Starlight VR, and it's also, obviously limited number of characters here. That also counts towards the gaming systems, and the VR systems can be so engaging for a kid, so distracting. There's a thing called distraction therapy that just helps them to, build the positive brain chemistry that ultimately also allows pathways to the rest of their body healing faster, literally healing faster. It's measurable. But also, those can be so engaging that in some cases, they will use that VR system for a kid instead of anesthesia. For, procedures that can avoid anesthesia, that's huge because anesthesia can be dangerous, can have side effects. And yeah, it can in some cases literally save a life, And we just got another donation as well. Brick Princess, thank you again. Like, wait, 20 kids? Let me do that again. Thank you very much. As you saw on the screen there, you add that up, $40 potentially, again, depending upon how it gets distributed in the end. The big chunks end up going towards the gaming systems, which then serve hundreds and thousands of kids. One single gaming system can be used for not just 20 kids, but hundreds and thousands. But the smaller numbers are chunked up to toy deliveries, or in this case, $40 can fully sponsor a full bespoke, heavy duty, long-term, but very, very comfortable hospital gown. So rather than a kid who's stuck in inpatient care, who's tethered to a bed around a whole lot of strangers most of the day, don't know what's going on, not having a normal life at all. At least they can have something that makes them feel like themselves, something that's individual, something that has like characters that they recognize or colors that they like a lot. And it's literally comfortable rather than just being in a generic blue gown. So that can have a significant impact on their quality of life throughout their stay. Thank you for sponsoring that. And Nefarious, thank you for helping fund a toy delivery with your $13 donation to Starlight as well. I just realized y'all took us over 7400. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get to building on this as well, because this will be finished today. This will be finished. Let me just bring this over to here. Maybe, yeah, you can see the camera friendly side of it. I've got the lights on in there. Let me get this star out there for Nefarious as well, who's definitely not living up to their name. Valerie, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining on weekend duty here. This is an architecture firm, so this is a set, Lego compatible, not actually Lego. Lego doesn't do lights and doesn't do things this intricate typically. But architecture firm set, and let's see, here's a spot where I can show that there is interior. It says interior in it. So you see a little drafting table there. There's some models. Well, there's like a kitchen over there, kitchenette. Inside, let's see. Gotta have some camera. This is the boardroom, the conference room. They got a little model of an entire complex that they're working on developing over there. And let's see, which is it? It's the back. It's over here at the lowest level. So I'm dealing with mirrors here. Oh, opens this way. Got it. There's down in the lobby some additional examples of buildings that have been developed at this architecture firm in the past. I think there's one back in the corner over there, but it's going to be hard to get it to. Oh, you can just barely. There's also a restroom right here and a small shop next to it. So, yep, that's what I'm working on now. Chris Kringle the Klingon. Chris Kringle the Klingon. Well, a $41, excuse me, 10 cents donation to Starlight. Thank you very much. Look at that. 747747. We're back on the palindromes already. Holy heck. You need a bath. Welcome. Paul, welcome. Lone, hello. Hope you had a good weekend. Hyphen Cubed. Your dad is an architect? Oh, he would actually appreciate a lot of the little details in this, honestly, as well as just kind of the overall shape of the building. So today I'm going to be building the roof and this section over here. So this is all going to get filled in. It's going to become thicker, you know. But you also have like this partial exposed, half external stairway over here. Just the way that the whole thing goes together is itself interesting and nice. Make up for the lack of nefariousness. Wait. You? Paladin, why are you speaking of yourself as if you are nefarious? Are you nefarious? Are you two people? It's an honor, Valerie. It's an honor. You know, okay. I was going to say. Owned by Cat, welcome back. It is a triumph every time we hear that. It is absolutely a triumph. It is wonderful to hear. And thank you, Paul, for another $11 donation that also preserved the palindrome in the number 748847. But most importantly, that's $11 to help Starlight on its mission to deliver happiness to kids, seriously ill or injured kids in pediatric care facilities and children's hospitals. We've got that many stars who've contributed already today. I'm going to go ahead and clear this off. We'll switch over to here for just a second. Clear this off to the side and start on the build from bag 14. That's where I left off. The last bag is bag 17. So the end it's in sight. It's a little ways out, but it's definitely in sight. And I should be able to complete this for sure today. All goes well. All right. Switch over to that. Oh, hello. You're making up for the lack of nefariousness. Okay, all right. That'll work. That'll work. By liking the intro to Star Trek Enterprise, the series. That is very nefarious of you. Although, I will say, no one else has to listen to it. But they have to now know that someone likes it. That's pretty nefarious. It counts. Grizzlebees, hello. Welcome. And thank you for joining. Happy holidays to you as well. Happy holiday season. So this is definitely the roof for the wider area that's being built right now. Can't wait to get to the side. That'll go very vertical very quickly. Not a big fan. Upon first glance, definitely growing on you. The boxing club. I hope the boxing club comes out soon, so they'll have enough time to get it done before all the January Lego releases start to hit. First Apocalypse, how's it going? Fantasy's lighting. Oh, thank you for the reminder about it. I need to turn it off. It's different. It's very different. It's much simpler. Much simpler. I spoke with Pantasy something like a year ago, and we talked about lighting. I'm like, please don't do exactly what Lumibricks does. I was excited to hear that they were considering competing with Lumibricks, because Lumibricks is already doing great work. If they can be pushed even further, and even better things can be brought, more options can be brought to the market, that's good for us as consumers. That's great for us. But I said, please don't just do exactly what they're doing. There's an opening here. Do things simpler for the end consumer. You only need one light per room to illuminate it. Just run simple wires. Use simple to attach individual light units. That are just studded, where you don't have to put lights inside of a brick or something like that. And yeah, try to focus on doing a good job without going over the top. And I'm shocked to see that they listened very, very carefully. They've done everything that I suggested and more with this. I'm very shocked to see a company can take feedback that directly and that quickly. This has literally one light unit that's a 1x4 with studs on the top, no studs on the bottom. Identical length of wires for every single one, and easy wire management. Much easier than Lumibricks. It's not as bright and not as varied. They're all the lights inside are using the same color of light. But it's so much easier. And they have a slightly larger connector as well. Also a standardized connector, a little bit easier to find. Plastic quality is the same as Lumibricks because they use GoBricks, the same manufacturer. Literally the same brick manufacturer. Building a USS Defiant. It's been 2.5 years since you built your first one. Right on. Are you doing a new design? My Star Trek mocks might be spurred on. How many more? Yeah. Waffle Ninja, welcome. For how long can we donate? This campaign, the main strength of it, the main push of it, is through the 12th, through December the 12th. But the campaign stays open and receives donations through the end of the month. Doesn't actually close until the end of the month, for what it's worth. But our push is through the 12th. A new one from the ground up. Gotcha. Similar scale, because you want it to be in scale. Oh, okay, nice. With the official Enterprise. Nice. What is that scale, by the way? I never even thought about that or looked into it. It's the numeric scale of the Enterprise D. A little smaller than 1,000th. Okay, so if you can get in that 1,000th range, it's a nice standard. common enough. Excuse me. Wonder what the scale of the mega blocks original Enterprise was. I haven't put them next to each other yet, but they look similar in size casually. Which means that the mega one is a larger scale. Get in touch with the organization. Well, you can always donate to Starlight through their main Tiltify or through starlight.org. They're always taking donations, but just this particular campaign, has a focus. So a Lego Tiger Shark tank. Yes. And you're wondering if they're starting to use a prompt randomizer and AI diffusion model. No. Dreams existed. The Lego Dreams set existed before anybody was talking about generative AI. The idea of mixing themes and ideas together is not new, and it is not AI. Not everything these days that happens is AI. AI is just something that a lot of people buzz about. Most of the things that people attribute to AI existed before as well. It was just slower. It was a little more manual. But also, people just simply being here helps with the cause because you are bringing more attention to the stream and therefore to the campaign. And if somebody rolls in and says, hey, saw there's some stuff going on over here. What is it? And they learn a little bit about Starlight and they end up donating. Well, that is a full win. And we've seen that happen many times where somebody just came in out of nowhere. First time chat, learned a little, donated big. So everybody who's here is helping, whether you want it or not, for free just by being here.
I said, are you ready? Wait. One more to top us.
Welcome, Robot Wizard.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's not that time. It's not that time. Oh God. Paul, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing your part. Robot Wizard, thank you for doing your part. We should get that looked at. Og, it's not me. I don't know how the audio sounds from your side, but I guarantee you it's not me. It's nature. It's just nature.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Jacob, welcome. Thank you for being here. Also, I'm sorry.
Oh yes.
It's not my fault.
Oh yes.
Pickle.
Smoking Joe!
A pickle. A pickle. A pickle.
The pickles are here!
I lost my ear.
Jang, I swear if you clip that, I swear.
No swearing on this channel. Though. We do keep it family friendly. Just to be clear. Just to be clear. Thank you, Robot Wizard.
When streamers are this tired, it's not about getting them to say anything. It's about, Good evening to you, Jang.
Robot Wizard just unleashing over here. There's a story to this, bro.
Oh my god!
Ken.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Emotional damage! Do not clip that!
Oh my god! Good evening to you, chat.
I'm not responsible for any of this. This is
You see an agent, you do what we do. Run.
I know there are a lot of people who are confused right now. I understand. I understand.
I heard from a little birdie that you have a very specific clip. You know what I'm talking about. There's a second one. No. 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 Far out.
This has been a very long time coming.
Wow.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. So let's get to taking out their command one by one. Valis to Arak. From what I can gather, he commands the siege dancers from an Imperial land tank outside of Rubicon. He's well protected. But with the right team, we can punch through those defenses, take this beast out and break their grip on Freehold. But with the wrong team.
Original Gundam. Original Gundam. Original Gundam. Original Gundam.
You realize you're an impossible Gundam nut, don't you?
Yes,
Huh?
I am. Gundam.
So powerful and so wild.
Robot Wizard going through the
Super
entire
God level Gundam Bro level. This isn't even
catalog
my final
of
form.
classics.
Do you not know that I have like 9,000 plus 1,000 PG, EX, HG, Super Extra Robot Final Form Edition. Perfect grade.
The folks on YouTube have no idea what's going on. Will never understand.
With an awesome power! His burning grip tells me to quest victory. Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my soul. Silence! Finkel. Is that acceptable for you, King? I'm solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, solo. Picking up my blaster, putting it on my...
Oh, great.
Okay, I think we got it. Let's do some more laughing. That's pretty good.
I think we're safe.
Wow.
Robot Wizard, thank you for the 49 months of support. Oh my gosh.
When you think about everything we've seen, everything we've done, I feel like I made the right choice. We should let Shiro know how it went out here. Let him admire his handiwork. And thanks, you know, for being my guardian.
Thank you for the overwhelming support. And to folks on YouTube, I'm not even going to bother trying to explain. You won't get it. It's a community thing. It's bigger. It's bigger than you can know. The overwhelming majority of the things that you saw go by are edits that I've made over the past 4.5 years. Most of the people that you saw on screen are members of the streaming community. Some of whom have been involved in brick building. Some have been involved in the charity work. Some are just friends and acquaintances. Bring happiness to a lot of people. Yeah, and it's all just silliness and fun. I know that bothers folks greatly, especially those who don't know what's going on. But it's what it all represents. And the person who is triggering all of those also has donated more money to all of our charity causes than you can ever imagine. More than anyone here can ever imagine. So, they get a pass. See, yep, that's right. Some are all that. Some are just Joe Henry. That's true. In honor of Robot Wizard, I appreciate his special brand of chaos and support. Thank you for a $111 donation to Starlight Children's Foundation, also preserving the palindrome. $111 additional donation to Starlight Children's Foundation right there. $111 in one fell swoop. To bring a whole lot of joy to a whole lot of kids that are going through some very difficult times, some confusing times, some scary times, and hopefully getting healed up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's not over 9,000. It's exactly 9,000. Yes. Agreed. Agreed, hyphen. This actually needs one more in each.
I am a robot.
One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be 7. Is there someplace? Should have used a 2. Nope, it's all ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Oh. Only 6 of these. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. New anime. Aspar the Star Chaser. That sounds dangerously close to Aspic. Aspic mixed with agar, which is what's used to make Aspic. Visual doesn't feature any known characters. I have never watched the anime at all. I know nothing of it. I know it was popular. But unfortunately, my ignorance is complete. I wish I had. It's on a very long list of things that I should see someday. Nephews want to use their own money to buy their parents' Christmas presents? What? Keep track will be adding that on their gifts. Ah. Well, that's awesome. That is awesome. It's working. It's working. At least they're nice for now. Once adolescence comes and goes, that may all change. But cherish the goodness while it is here. Reminding you of a PC case? Yeah, somebody earlier was saying they got the original fractal wood slat case that this looks just like. Take what you can get while you can. Yes, absolutely. It was such a funny choice of them to go to that old style. This style is from like, I think it started in the late 1960s. For them to go there for a PC case design is so funky. Is it record for you or record for you? Hello and welcome. Their quality is pretty good. They use Go Bricks. The brick manufacturer is Go Bricks. One of the biggest in the world, and definitely best known for quality. Probably second only to the big L brand, and in some cases and in some ways a little bit better. Their golds are better. Their whites are more opaque. They do still have a little bit of color consistency issue between different types of resins. So for the same color, a different material might have a slightly different hue. But typically within a given color, they'll stay more consistent than Lego. Their parts are also heavier. They're much more dense than Lego parts. And they feel different because they don't have logos on the studs, which, if you know, enables building techniques that you can't do with Lego. Painted silver? Yeah, these GoBricks does better painted parts than Lego. HUGOT puts a lot of design into making it super easy to work inside. Good, good. The older two, not so much. Fair. Yeah, they fit. It's completely compatible. As far as design is concerned, you'll find different approaches taken by different companies. Here, nobody other than Lego uses base plates anymore, and Lego uses base plates as little as they possibly can because they hate them. They've been trying to get away from base plates for decades now. Only their modular buildings still have them, but this company actually uses a single plate. So this is actually a 32 by 32 plate. All those ridges are strengthening ridges. So that makes this whole thing very incredibly strong and confident to hold and to manipulate. It doesn't peel away from itself. So it's nice to encounter, differences like that and things that are not trying to follow one particular brand's approach, but rather go beyond. And this one also has lights in it. Lights down there. Lights inside. Oh, and no stickers. No stickers ever. Well, optional stickers sometimes. But all the main stuff is done with prints. And this still costs half as much as a Lego modular. And it's larger. Uses more of the base plate. All this here is going to get built up this side. Bad side, the minifigs. Yeah, and thankfully, just get whatever minifigs you want. Ignore figures that you don't want. Obviously, nobody can make Lego minifigures except for Lego legally. So just get what you want with that. Ruffles have ridges. So much gray and brown. You could probably be turned into a castle set. Yep. That's right. Yes, they do keep it in scale with minifigures. Now, again, their figures are different. They're unique, but it is in scale with traditional minifigures. As far as the height and the width, the doors. As far as I can see, at least on this building, this is the first in a series. They seem to be using slightly shorter walls, which makes it easier to access the interior. Playing with Lego modular? You can. The only thing is, like I said, this one uses, like everybody other than Lego these days, and like everything from Lego that isn't a modular building, uses plates for the base rather than base plates. So it's a half a plate difference in height. So there are a ton of things you can do to just raise the height of your modulars and make them match just a thin sheet of. Couple sheets of cardstock or foam or anything cheap just to put them on the same height. Definitely not a no-no. Plenty of people mix brands. Happily. The biggest problem with mixing brands is that Lego is becoming one of the last companies to not include lighting. So if you put a bunch of like Lumibricks, sets, and now this one, some other smaller brand sets, in with a bunch of Lego ones. The Lego ones look dead because the Lego ones don't have lights and all the rest have lights. It makes a big difference. Reminds you of the Lumyrix molds. There's one thing that is similar to the Lumyrix. The rest are a bit different. They use a larger connector. What is this? FFC and FPCB. These are acronyms I'm not familiar with. FFC. What does that stand for? Cyrac. Welcome. We were looking into this on Saturday. The Lumyrix standard, the small Lumyrix standard, seems to be JST SUR 0.8. These guys, they're using I believe it's a 1.25 pin spacing. I forget if it's Molex compatible, Molex or JST. If we were to add lights, we'd be paying an extra $100 easily. I mean, you look at actual light kits and they're frequently half the price of the set that you're adding it to. Like even aftermarket, even mainline ones, not the top of the line. Lego would make lighting a gift with purchase exclusive. Ouch. Flat flex cable. What LMB is using? Lumyrix uses GST 32 SUR with 0.8 pitch. Yeah. Some kind of custom connector for the 2.0 that you haven't found yet. Wait, what? That's awesome. We're doing so much research and just found that and you just know it. Some kind of custom connector for the 2.0? What do you mean custom connector? Are you talking about the jack that has the pins on both sides?
Yes.
So that you can plug it in both ways? Because Lumybricks and Bricks Max 2.0 are the same. And anything Bricks Max 1.0 and also lighttailing, the original lighttailing, that's all effectively word isn't coming to me right now, but it's old tech that's being phased out. Lumi has used a little bit of flat flex. These guys do not. The thing about flat flex is that it's kind of a lie when it comes to the promise with Lego building and Lego integration. The lie being that you can just put it in between parts and it's not going to be pinched. Like it somehow fits in the atomic space between there, and that's just not the case. It still pinches, it just pinches less. Deprecated is the word. Thank you. Thank you, Robot Wizard. Thank you. Tons of different connectors. The fiber itself is the same. Making counterfeit Lego minifigs roughly on par with murder. Yeah, it pretty much murders Lego because when you do counterfeit figs, Lego simply cannot compete. Like, Lego would never do that hand. Lego would never do a comma on a cheap figure. And they would definitely not print on the side. And they would definitely not print on the back of legs. And they would definitely not print on the side of torsos. And they would definitely not do bespoke blaster weapons and proper colored visor, Lego would never. Lego would definitely not come up with fully 360-degree printed accessories and armor pieces and weapons and backpacks and stuff. Lego just would not include a super foofy, fluffy, like actually soft fur, faux fur for the armor, as well as a cloth comma. Lego would just not do that. It's total, yeah, not possible. Definitely wouldn't do it for $1.50 because we all know that every single minifigure is worth at least $20 these days. We all know this because investing. Target has some of the Zuromax ball kits. Yes, they've been carrying them for a while, which I'm happy to see because those are nice deals. Crescent, welcome. Need Brickcraft to make more Futurama. They did a good job, right? Walmart has Brickcraft and Mattel Brick Shop. Where can you get knockoff minifigures? All over the entire internet. If you just search for Lego compatible minifigures, you will be absolutely flooded with them, with endless supplies and endless sources. It's hard not to find knockoff Lego minifigures. I don't support the knockoff market, but these guys are actually doing stuff that Lego doesn't do. They're going beyond. They're not just copying. For the most part, they're exceeding. They're using the design style, the design standards, but they're going so far beyond. There's really good stuff. There's really bad stuff. Definitely. And thankfully, these days, there's more good stuff hitting the market than bad. But there is still plenty of bad out there. That has to be recognized. And thank you for saying it. Plenty of bad quality stuff out there. We're just very fortunate to be in a period where the industry is shifting. And that's design and production in China in general. Not just with the brick space, but you look at it in the Gundam model market, the action figures market. There's so much original, true, proper, new, unique engineering that's starting to finally come out of China. It's really, really invigorating to see. Just a bunch more people who are just excited about doing things, who are doing things now. Hoping Lumi and Pantasy would have a greater impact. Do see Costco now carrying Pantasy. Oh wow, still not very impactful. Yeah, and that's fine if these brands never make it big in physical spaces, in every market, as long as they do reach their potential customers. Online is fine. Who isn't online these days? Does Lego pre-buy shelf space? Yes, and Lego actually puts terms on their contracts with retailers saying you can only use a certain number of inches of shelf space for any other construction brand whatsoever. A certain number of inches. That's why you'll never see more than so much of anything that competes with Lego in any way. And by construction toy, that includes like the magnet-based toys, the Tinker toys, Lincoln Logs, literally anything that can possibly be construed as construction toy. Lego will limit retailers in their contract. If you use more than a certain number of inches of shelf space, you will lose your ability to order Lego. It is strong arm, straight up mafia tactics. And it is ugly. But it's legal. Because Lego didn't. Yep. Lego didn't do them at all. Yep. You can go bootleg or custom. And oftentimes the stuff that's yes, very, very frequently, I'd say most of the stuff out there that is marketed as custom is actually just the stuff like I showed, $1.50 for an entire figure. And the quote unquote custom places will charge you like $10 just for the cloth piece, when you could have gotten the entire figure had you known. Could have gotten the entire figure for $1. And sending things to get manufactured for so long, we don't manufacture much here. Right. At the same time, they know how to build a lot of things. Yep. But what the best part is that they're actually doing original designs now. They have engineers and creatives that have shifted culturally to actually contributing, not just copying, but actually creating now, which is wonderful, because that means legitimate competition. Oh, I don't need this. Excuse me. Over on YouTube, have I ever had issues with Lumibricks lighting not working with certain power sources? Set that you got only works with batteries and not with USB. Huh? No, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's plugged in backwards. That has to be a polarity issue. All the Lumibricks stuff works on 5 volts. All of it. It definitely must work with USB. A totally standardized on voltage. New scene, hello, welcome back. I'm doing quite well. I'm very thankful for all these people who have been so kind and generous in donating to the Starlight Children's Foundation, like Victorious, who just donated $20.25. $20 can literally provide an hour of gaming or VR experience for 20 kids. Thank you, Victorious. Thank you so much. And we're, $160 or something like that away from this, getting me 2 bonus days off in 2026. Because, again, folks who don't know, I don't take days off unless it is made possible by these events. And generosity to charities of people in these events. I work 7 days a week, period, with the exception of these. So y'all have sponsored 1 day per month of time off for me, and it does get tracked. I do show my work and explain what I'm up to on the Discord. Lumibricks male connector is too tall for the JST female. The Lumibricks male connector is too tall for the JST female. Does it not attach? Does it not connect anyway? Does it physically just pop back out? Is there a latch? I didn't think that those had a latch involved. Is there a latch? Lumibricks female connector can take a JST male though. Oh, okay. Found the connectors on Amazon unbranded. Nowhere like DigiKey. I appreciate you sharing all this info, because I've definitely been really interested, because when I get back to doing custom work, excuse me, I definitely want to I want to mix media, and I want to mix brands. There's too much stuff that Lego doesn't make that others make that just makes the whole scene better. LMB and brick stuff were out of your budget. I personally don't like LMB because they stole their entire 1.0 series was stolen from brick stuff. Literally, they were going to be brick stuff's Australian distributor, and then they pulled a switcheroo, a kangaroo switcheroo, and just took it as free R&D and then just cloned it. It's kind of shady. That was a $34.50 donation by Dragon Reach, who's already done a bunch. Dragon Reach, what was that for? You've already done a bunch. Thank you again. $34.50. Oh, dang. 765432. Oh. Well, that only happens once. Well done. Thank you very much. That is quite impressive. Most impressive. Thank you. Thank you. Having fun with numbers and also helping out a bunch of kids. How cool is that? Could be a continuity issue with the plug. Good point. It's definitely not a Lumi problem. There are.
It's because 1 is the loneliest number that there's ever been.
I will upvote that.
I feel like there was one connector that I encountered from Lumibricks that was actually Kohler. That didn't work both ways. I don't remember what it was. It was recent. This goes in here. A bunch of small panels. Need the 1x. Right? Oh, it's 2 of these. Okay. How far ahead do I schedule my days off? Oh, I don't. I usually use them on an emergency basis when I am so exhausted that I can barely work. I use them to recharge so that I can work again. Just being honest. One thing that's weird in your Lumibricks Cyberpunk sets, they all get connected together, the lights are more dim. If the power comes through the izakaya or the apartments, you use USB, you connect the USB to the train station or game stack. Then the lights are brighter. Yep, all 4 together. Does not matter the order in which you put them. That doesn't surprise me too much. As I showed in my video, or mentioned in my video where I put them all together, it was drawing more than 1 amp to have all 4 of those. Was it Wait, was it 1 or was it 2? Was it 2 amps? No. It was definitely over 1. It wasn't 2, was it? Was it 2? It was like a half amp for the train station because it had a lot more. But it's a whole lot of juice to put through a whole lot of very, very thin wires and connectors that pretty much can supply electricity within that one set. I don't recommend chaining a whole bunch of them together, back to back to back. Arity Camp Wife, thank you for a $100 donation to Starlight Children's Foundation. Out of nowhere. Again. Hi. Congrats on receiving your MG kit. You're dropping $100 on Starlight. It's amazing. Excuse me. Thank you very much.
This is where the fun begins.
Shouldn't be the same no matter which set you connect it to. I'm not. I don't know electronics that well, but like how a poor connection, how an underrated connection works. Yeah, I don't know about like polarity of a bad connection, if it works better in one direction or the other. I don't know how, like if it's two different materials, if you run the electricity one way versus the other. I don't know the effect that has. Happy to share your parts and PCB. Oh my gosh. Also working on FDM and resin printable models of the wire guide bricks. Holy heck. Thank you for that work. Are you willing to share that with the public? With other hobbyists? Like, would you be willing to put that on Reddit? Zippy Tuna. Oh my, it's two people just did the exact same thing. Zippy Tuna and Yoda's Yodeling Younglings both donated seconds apart, if not within the same second. It doesn't get that close. $23.45. And with that, you just gave me 2 days off next year. 2 floating days off next year. Thank you very, 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 very much. Junction box with the switch might not be the same. Oh, so where you're plugging it in, what you're plugging it into, has not as good of a connector. That spot, that actual connector, right there itself. Oh. I'm gonna credit y'all the same. There's bigger stars out there. Credit y'all together. As a big donation. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Yeah, would you be willing, if you want to share that, STLs and such with the community, would you be willing to share that with other Lumibricks hobbyists? Because there's a whole Lumibricks subreddit. I think that would be the best place for it to live for the sake of fellow DIYers. And the best place for it to be seen. Enjoying the look of Pantasy. How would I compare them? Pantasy is more all over the place in terms of style, right? Aesthetic style. And also they've licensed designs from more external designers. There's a lot less consistency across the entire Pantasy line. They're using Go bricks, so it's the exact same parts, exact same quality parts. But it's really aesthetics. Build techniques also different. Pantasy tends to use simpler build techniques usually, but they didn't design this. Also Jung designed this externally. I'd say that the Lumibricks designers have more experience. And I'd say Lumibricks typically has more detail. And they take more risks. They try more different things. Has my relationship with Lego been damaged with the reviews of alts? I don't have a relationship with Lego. Record. Literally every video says that in the title, in the description, and on screen. I don't have any relationship with Lego. I've never had any relationship with Lego. There is no reason for anyone to think for a second that I have any relationship with Lego. As incredibly clear as I am about that, there is no reason for there to be any confusion ever about that fact. Love the Lumi Night Cities. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely biased. I like that stuff. But what I personally have been most impressed with from Lumibricks recently was that Sylvan Tavern, which is not in my wheelhouse typically at all, but it's just beautiful. And I want to see more of that. Loved the Baker Street Sherlock Holmes set. One of your favorites. Nice. Nice. Where it works, you put it there. Waiting on Lumibricks to respond if it's okay to upload the models. Ah, okay. Good on you. Gosh, you're awesome. Bring on some circuitry for light and train control. Yes. Trying to beef up your portfolio. Engineering market out of college is not looking. Oh, wow. Okay. Dang. I'm sorry about that. Crap. But appreciate the work. And good on you for checking with them about that. They do have, for the record, they do have EU IPO protection, Lumibricks does, on their channel bricks and their wire management plates. So I would say the default on that is if you want to copy those, don't. Or at least don't distribute it. They do have legal protection on those in the EU. You can make ones that are similar. You know, they just have to be a little bit different in functional design. They can perform the same functions, but they need to be approached differently. Ever gotten upset or hesitant to give affiliate links? Oh, I see. Oh, it's definitely changed how I feel about Lego in the sense that my eyes have just been opened more to the possibilities, and I feel more like it's ridiculous to think for a second that Lego is the only game in town, or that Lego is right. That however Lego approaches a thing is correct, is the best way. So I've just become more open to differences and things that are better. I don't feel worse about Lego itself. Lego's designers are still top notch. The history of the brand, the nostalgia for Lego is still super, super high for me. Lego, the only thing that can hurt my feelings about Lego as a company is Lego itself. These companies are just helping me feel better about them, you know, and opening my eyes to a bigger world, to more enjoyment of the brick. You know, fortunately, I do separate Lego's business practices from their designs. FOMO gift with purchase, hate it. But I can still like the set that's attached to it. Quality control, definitely. Lego's still in the lead much of the time. Customer service is best in the biz. Quality control is in trouble. Lego's quality control they've turned the dial down intentionally to increase profits and production efficiency since COVID. A lot of people have seen that. Should have two of these. Did I use one? Should not have. The two, oh, there it is. The other 2x3. unable to objectively judge any Lego set outside of the period 79 to 84. You are also unable to objectively judge anything from within that period because that's your favorite. Don't fool yourself on that one. Can't be objective about stuff that you absolutely love. And that's okay. Lego does vehicles way better. Way better. Definitely. Yeah, Lumibricks needs to bring in a vehicle specialist desperately. They try. They really try. And I appreciate them doing things different. You know, not just trying to copy the Lego style. But it would be much better if they copied the Lego style, honestly. No, I wouldn't. It's better to try something different, but they just haven't done a great job so far with vehicles. I completely agree. Had broken bricks in the Lumi toy store? That's weird. Broken, like shattered? Not even malformed, just physically broken. That's new to me. Lumibricks community communication is good. They take feedback to heart and they act on it. Maybe to a fault. Discount for misprints. They had a bad a whole entire batch of a new product that went out with a bad manual. The manual had a bunch of errors in it, and so they just sold them at cost. It was 40% off. They sold the entire batch 40% off. Kind of pre-programming is scary. Yeah. Literally sat in this channel because of some designs made that long ago. Yep. One of the bricks. Oh, one of the printed ones. I wonder how that got crushed. And definitely contact their customer support because they do have it. They are slow sometimes, but take advantage of it. Okay, this corner. There's something in this corner that I missed. I don't see it though. There, okay, there's the one. Oh, I see it. Now I see it. It literally extends underneath. What was the misprint on the Enterprise? Boldy? Yep, Boldy. Oh no! His Mustang, read your message. Read it really carefully. Read what you said. That's what they did. What you just did is what they did. Juretzo, welcome. Instead of whites, the hollowed out bricks for wires had no grip strength. Occasional wire that is just a bit too short to stay loose in order to reach where it needs to go. Yeah, I had that a couple times. Wire's too short. I definitely call that out strongly because they definitely need to err on the side of being too long, if anything. But hollowed out brick for wire, so that 1x4 with no grip strength on the underside or on the top. On the top I can understand because there's very little there. That's why they always connect past it. Don't rely on it for clutch power, but underneath that would be a problem. On top, yeah, I can understand that. Brian, welcome. Started bag 11. Nice. That's all good. Don't worry about it. Timing. Appreciate you showing up at all. Need to be adding 2 over here. Yeah, Zibituna that got stuck in moderation because of the abbreviation. You expect everything to be Lumibrix, to be exactly how Lumibrix did. I specifically recommended to them that they don't do what Lumibrix did and that they take a simpler approach because Lumibrix is too complex for a lot of potential buyers right now. Already a lot of people find Lumibrix to be just too much and get intimidated by the wiring. So my recommendation was that they take a simpler approach, that Pantasy take a simpler approach. And I think they're off to a good start. They can definitely improve further. But I like this approach, and I think it's good as a contrast to what Lumibrix does. Aaron, welcome. Yeah, you see a lot of brands on Amazon just throwing a fairy light into a room so that they can say has LEDs, because everybody now is expecting LEDs. The whole entire market immediately got spoiled. But some of those approaches are not good. Some of the cheap approaches are acceptable at best, but then they use poor batteries, like little watch batteries, which aren't going to last. That doesn't from here. There's that. There's this one. Now there's supposed to be this going on. Did I miss a layer? This is here. Then there's a plate. And there's no, this is right. Okay, so is this wrong? No. Over here, it's plate, brick, plate. And then brick of 3, plate, brick, 3 plates, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 bricks, 1, 2. Oh, it's just an optical illusion. Gosh dang it. Isometric view just throws me off. Again and again and again. Dang it. In the AA batteries? Yeah, that's true. At least those are easy to swap, and they're also very easy to get battery eliminators for. Just hop on Amazon, get yourself a battery eliminator, and then just run that. And then you can run continuously. The watch battery ones, though, no good solution that doesn't involve soldering. And face it, 99% of customers are not going to solder. Solder, however you pronounce it, wherever you are. Where's this 1x2 and why is it not here? Illusion is the ultimate weapon. Just ask Matt Tracker. Mask. Mask. There's Matt. Nefarious. How perfect. How perfect of you. I just unboxed this yesterday. Last night even. It's the new one. The Loyal Subjects one. Gosh, this thing is flimsy. I don't like the quality at all. cuts of the stickers are not great. But all the nostalgia for something that I never had as a kid that I always wanted 40 years ago. Drum bumper spring loaded. Yep. Watch batteries immediate turn off. Glad to see Lumi's Steam Fat uses the AAA box. Yeah. And at the very least, they need to include those female to female connectors and a USB-A adapter if they're going to use the watch battery style. A couple of their sets have done that, but they need to do it consistently. 2 and 2 are right there, but I should have 2 of these left over. So somewhere I should have used these, and I used 1x2s instead. Yep, somewhere these should have been used. Waiting for the Opera light kit. Looking forward to it. And Mickey, hello. Welcome, welcome. Do something weird? Nope, seems to be okay. I believe I pushed a button that is no longer working. Oh, is it here? Sorry, going back and forth, looking at 2 different chats and paying attention to my stream preview and paying attention to my security cameras and the OBS and everything. I keep losing my place. No, that's exact. This is here. On top of this. There has to be another one. I've definitely missed it. I'm building this, the Pantasy architecture firm. I'm sure that corner is correct. Wait, is it not? Oh, wow. That's an oops. Yep. Oh, no, it is. It's on the inside. Use that on the inside, and then above it, there's one on the outside. Apologies. Management, it goes this way. Okay. So there's that one, and then here's the 1x1. See that? And then, okay. Then there's a set of bricks on top. And then there should be a corner plate. which comes out to here. So this should be a corner plate. Instead of that, that should be a corner plate. Over the compl- No, I just made a mistake because when I'm streaming, this is way too much to pay attention to at once, and it just comes with the territory. Streaming is extremely complicated, especially streaming with all the cameras and all the stuff that I have to do and all the security that I have to worry about because of weirdos on the internet. And as a result, plus I'm constantly sleep deprived because I don't sleep enough, and therefore I make mistakes. None of this that you're seeing right now is stuff that should have to happen if I was just building normally. So any of you building would not encounter any of this issue as long as you follow the instructions properly. But this is one of those things where you see more angles than I see, you see with better lighting than I see, and you see all of my mistakes live. All right, next, so this one. Getting back to where it was. There's this. There's this. You and you. They're now above. This one is here. And now I have access to this piece. All going to make more sense now. Welcome, Chilled Out. Head on, still have never seen the movie. You can believe it. Okay. I believe I have corrected my mistakes. Never seen Sixth Sense. Never seen it. I have never seen probably most of the movies that most people have seen 100,000 times because I don't have the time because I have to work. And movies that I have seen, for the most part, I have seen once. I know everyone else sees everything 100,000 times. I just don't have that time. People get so indignant. Like, what? You don't watch Home Alone twice every single holiday season? How is that possible? What is wrong with you? You probably get mad at me. Wait a minute. Why do I have a 1x5 when I should have a 1x4? There's another mistake that I made. Hold on, got boring. The 14th year in a row. All right. So this goes here. That's correct. There should be 2. This. I should have an additional 1x4, and I have a 1x5. How did I do that? Where's the gap? Oh, it's this. There's the gap. Thank goodness. It's an easy one. Yeah, I'm aware of that video. That's on YouTube. Mickey. Okay, bag number 16 is the second to last. The value in Pantasy when Lunabricks offers larger and better sets cheaper, they don't. Better? Sure. Larger, cheaper? No. Better is subjective. I agree that oftentimes, most of the time, I prefer Lumibricks. Just because Pantasy is younger, still learning. But as far as value is concerned, I think they're pretty competitive. And they definitely don't do the same things. You're not going to get a Snoopy and the Peanuts gang carousel, minifig scale, working carousel with lights and motor and music from Lumibricks. Yeah. You're not going to get a Barnum and Bailey looking super retro claw machine that actually works from Lumibricks. Just like you're not going to get a beautiful Night City cyberpunk setup from Pantasy, at least not yet. This is going to continue here. Is this whole space? It's not going to go all the way up. There is kind of an attic. It may not have a light in it. I'm curious about that. It's fully covered up. debating on the record store. The record store is so good. It's ridiculously good. And it fits right in with Lego stuff, you know. All the access is ridiculous in it. Can't wait for the boxing club. Exactly. Think we get more modern design modulars? I hope so. Quote unquote modern. Like 50, 60-year-old design. I hope so. I hope that they will. I hope that Osojang will be happy with the contract and the relationship with Pantasy, and I hope that they will be happy with sales, and will get more from them, and continue to do more, you know, actual modern stuff as well, contemporary stuff. But we have no idea. This is based on a real. This is not based on a real building. This is made up. It might be inspired by a real company. I don't know, but officially, it's just a building, just a brick-built building. Record store 108 on those deep extra long Black Friday deals that they set for like a month. Hard to beat a ridiculously deep discount, especially when the starting price is already half what you're used to. What theme do they consider Sylvan in? Yeah, X. No theme. It was originally supposed to be Edge of the World, but that was the same theme that they were putting the Alpine Observatory in. Just stuff that's far away from the city, which is, in my opinion, a bad idea. So they ended up just saying no theme and they'll figure it out. They've asked fans for ideas about how to theme things. Is this just technic? Nope. It's all bricks. Lego modulars don't make sense anymore with Pantasy. Well, on a price basis, they definitely do not make sense at all. The Lego stuff costs literally twice as much as other companies' sets that also have full light kits included and all prints. Like 30, 60, 100 prints in a modular building from Lumibricks. But I think Lego modular designs are still beautiful. Yeah, Sylvan Inn is not supposed to be one-off. It says in the manual, it literally was for the Edge of the World And they further explained that directly, that it was Edge of the World. But now they're questioning it. Newest Modular kind of sucks. I've heard a lot of people say that. I like it. A lot of people say that. I guess just because it's a little bit different. I don't know. I like it. Not everyone's gonna like everything, but I don't think that it's fair to say that it's a bad design. What do they call it? I forget what they call it. Oh, I completely forgot already. Like the geometry. Challenge did a cost analysis, concluding that LEGO modulars are actually relatively reasonably priced. Well, that's if you look at traditional values and prices. I mean, you don't have to watch a video on that. Just look at inflation adjusted prices. There's a comment on Brickset, just a random person coming through just wrote a comment that shows that price to part ratio basis modulars, like everything in LEGO, have stayed fairly consistent. There's been some fluctuation, but the latest is definitely not the worst. But the problem is analyses like that don't take into consideration the entire rest of the world and everything in the world that is not LEGO, including things that are not even brick-based, which also exist. That's when you start to see that LEGO is farming us for cash because they can, because we let them. Feel as though the modular series should be all square. Wouldn't that be boring though? If everything was just square? If you want everything to be square, then definitely just, skip something that's not. But I personally applaud them trying something different. Here's the thing. LEGO can't win. If they do something different, people complain, you should be the same. If they do everything the same, people complain, oh, LEGO is completely, creatively bankrupt. All they do is the same. It just can't win. Thank you for alert. Tudor Corner was beautiful. Did some things different. So the Tudor Corner was square enough for you. But I take it you hate Boutique Hotel as well because it's not square. Looking forward to the next Town Life set. Yes, please. City you live in has plenty of non-square buildings and non-square intersections. Yeah, there is a lot of that. There's a lot of cultural effect of what people believe is correct, is objectively correct. Is usually based on what they're used to, which is understandable, right? But LEGO does with great intent, try to tap into different cultures and different places. Just like when LEGO does colors that aren't whatever, somebody is used to in a specific area. Like, I will never forget some really nasty comments I got on a video where I put some of the LEGO Friends sets temporarily in my city. And people were like, pink buildings. This is the most ridiculous thing. Pink houses. Simply does not exist. This is dumb. This is stupid and it looks terrible. And I'm like, I've seen plenty of pink houses, and in some countries, pink is like a common color. You go to a nice area in Mexico, you're gonna see a lot of pink houses, like a lot of them. It is desirable. And the commenter's just like, no, you're just simply lying now. You're just lying through your teeth because you're embarrassed, Jang. And it's disgusting. Like, all right. Is this guy loose? Interiors feel too small? Definitely. Going with different angles requires going with smaller interiors. No doubt about that. Oh yeah, this one's a little bit loose. Modulars are always very small. Yep, that's just going to keep falling off. Okay, I'm going to leave that off now as well. As a reminder. The issue people have with buildings that they aren't hospitals or post offices. Because that's what's needed the most right now. Because they haven't done a hospital or a post office yet in the modular building line. So people are asking for it. And if they don't get what they asked for, then they hate it. Wish you'd gotten the A-frame cabin. Not a fan of the price. Yeah. Employer's store used to be in. It's not just a pink house, but a bright pink house. Looked out of place, but that house was the only interesting thing in the neighborhood. But yeah, just do a search for streets in residential town streets in more than one country, and you'll find that the world is not completely homogeneous, and that's okay. Hoping I can explain how the Italian Riviera, it has over 3,000 pieces. The footprint does not feel that big. And the floors are also very short. Like the whole thing feels almost like SD scale, like 2/3 scale, right? Everything on it, when you actually look at minifigures compared to what we're used to with modular buildings, the Riviera just looks scaled down. To me, it feels like it's about 2/3. The whole thing just feels about 2/3 down. And 300 is a lot of money. It is, yeah. I completely agree with you on that. That's one of the reasons I didn't buy the thing. Plus, there's no reason for me to buy it to review it when all of the marketing videos, totally, completely independent sponsored videos, reviews of it went out a couple months in advance. This is an inside tree. Not terrible, just feels out of place. That's fair. But Snowden, look at the price to part ratio. That's the only thing that matters, right? The price to part ratio is actually good. It doesn't matter that it's tiny. It doesn't matter that most of the pieces are 1x1s. The price to part ratio proves that objectively it's a good value. Right? Surely. It does have a lot of small pieces, much more than usual. And if you actually build it, you will feel that. I guarantee. If you build it, you will feel the complexity. And the time that it takes you to build that thing. You're talking about 6+ hours if you're moving at a good pace. It's probably more like 7 hours to build that. It will feel like a lot more, but then when you're done and you look at it, you'll if you can turn that switch off and look at it from the outside, you know, turn off the switch of immersion with all of the effort of assembly, and then just like, yeah, it does look rather small for $300. And why do they make things so complex? Why does Lego put so many small pieces in sets? Because that's what we ask for. That's what we demand. More detail. More, constantly. Unrewarding build? No, I think the builds for Riviera, to be fair, I think the build is, it looks at least fine, if not good. I think it would actually be enjoyable. Why does, oh, this is supposed to be the big one? Oh. Probably need two to three more sets to support, to make the shopping street feel more at home in a row. What I would love to see Lego do is 16 by 32 modular intermissions, things that go well between modulars to space things out, to provide some more pedestrian space, and to allow buildings that are distinct in style to be separated from one another. Or even if it's just 8 studs, 8 by 32, little strips would be great. Just a little pedestrian plaza, you know, something with a small 1.5 story building in between that's old, or just a little couple kiosks. Have a right to demand more when sets cost an arm, a leg, and a finger. Well, that's because they cost more because we asked for more, and they're giving us more. Lego's always been expensive. Lego's always been ridiculously expensive. Look at the data. If you think it's ever been cheap, you're wrong. They've always charged way more than they need to for the amount of plastic you get. If we consistently asked for less, if we consistently asked for smaller, we would get cheaper. Just like all those small sets that we're getting for 2026 that are $10, $20. Before you go AFK, building the Mattel, okay, C2 had 2 faulty pieces. Your mind was blown when you built the front end. 2 faulty pieces, I'm sorry. Yikes. That sucks. Hate hearing about people having quality issues with no matter what the company is. Battlestar Galactica and Firefly haven't been licensed. But Battlestar Galactica is, I think it's gotten a little bit of licensed stuff out there. It's just popularity is really, really low. The big companies haven't licensed it yet. I think there have been a bunch of ideas submitted to Lego that were BSG. But yeah, I mean, you could easily ask that question for anything. Why has not every single thing that exists that can be licensed been licensed and made into a Lego set? Because the answer is because all the other things have been made into Lego sets. They're already making 600 to 800 sets per year, so they're already doing a lot. $20 Lego City set with 300 to 350 pieces. Is that something that actually existed? Give me an example. A specific example. Give an arm and a leg for UCS Serenity or Battlestar. Then just go to Rebrickable and buy it. Or probably Let Bricks. Just go get it. You want this? You're willing to pay anything for it? Just go buy it. Simple as that. Stop complaining that it doesn't exist, because it does exist and you can buy it. It's just very expensive because you got to go with a custom, a mock design. But there are plenty of them out there. So go buy them, like right now. Getting kicked out speedrun. I don't think Lego would accept me these days. They invited me a long time ago, but these days I don't think they would want me. I don't think they would find that there's space for me, but I don't know. I don't care. Thinking about getting a Rebrickable Serenity that uses a Star Wars set? Okay. I'm sure there are plenty out there that use just parts and make superior designs. Thundercats, was Thundercats approved? Was there a Thundercats project approved this year? There was, wasn't there? From Ideas? Batman game? No, it looks very slow to me. It doesn't look that exciting to me personally. But I rarely have time to play games at all. So I have to be very, very picky. Working much to pay attention to the news. It's a lot of news. Again, 600 to 800 sets per year is a lot. You cannot be faulted for not following all of it, or even most of it. It's only the folks who are working, quote unquote, working from home that are able to truly follow everything. In other words, not working and just looking at the web all day. Last game I was, again, I just barely get to game at all. Mr. Peachy, but I did enjoy Armored Core 6 for what it's worth. It was enjoyable. It wasn't amazing, it didn't define a new genre or anything, but it was fun. Had those FromSoft difficulty cliffs, difficulty spikes I got to experience for the first time. So there is not a Thundercat set that has been approved from Ideas. Complete list of no, that's that. Sets, Lego Ideas, every confirmed. This should do it. No, it's AI. That's garbage. Who has the list that's not a video? I'm just tired of everything being stuck in video. Hell. Just give me a list. And not Brick Fanatics. Dang it. Why is it so hard to get this list? This is from October. Is this going to give me the list? Lego Ideas backlog. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Rick said Lego Ideas backlog. Sea Otter, Snoopy, Godzilla, Tintin, Power Rangers, La Katrina, Smurf, Ramen, E.T., Downton Abbey, X-Files, Snowing Machine, Wallace and Gromit, Lovebirds. Okay, I was wrong. It must have been in there at some point. I could have thought there was one. Rubrical has a Battlestar Galactica mock that uses 2,300 pieces. Instructions $100, and the parts will probably cost you about 2,300. $3,000, I would guess. Yanks, hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I hope that you are well. We're raising funds for Starlight Children's Foundation this week. Oh, my message failed to send? What on earth? What is happening? Why am I not able to chat in my own Twitch chat? Your message failed to send. What is Twitch doing now? Are you kidding me, Twitch? It's not letting me type exclamation donate. Thank you, y'all. I tried it a bunch of times. Dirty Cam Wife, you weren't able to do it either. Okay, so it's just being twitchy. I was really concerned that they had implemented some new sort of anti-spam thing that was being overly aggressive and preventing us from using our own commands. You know, I was going to be very angry about that. It's just network or some sort of stability. Something is not working as intended.
Thank you, Jang.
Thank you. Yeah. Had a message earlier that failed. Okay, the Thundercats. I see.
You can do it.
Whew. Thank you, Paladin. I'm happy. I'm happy to be able to finally do that and to work on doing exactly that with intent. Well, that's cool. Oh, and these pieces too? The inverted clips. They're going to go into the back of this 2x4. Which allows these two to go. Which allows this stealth drop. Kind of, yeah. They've done some unveilings that nobody saw coming, and it's just the best. I'm so sick and tired of the rumor mill and the leak industry. It's because it is a for-profit industry. And it is beautiful when something happens like the red truck, the creator red truck that came out of nowhere, or the Horizon Tallneck that came out of nowhere. Not a single rumor, not a single leak. It's just the company unveiling a new product. And it's lovely because that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's designed to be. That's why Lego hired an entire new person this year specifically to fight leaks and to track down leaks. Of course, what they could do is just put invisible watermarks in their stuff. I mean, that tech is not new. I'm just saying, so you could immediately have the source of every official image that gets leaked. But, you know, they're a little slow. They're a little slow. That's okay. This is the second to the last bag here that I'm on now. My central heating is on, which tends to make just a little bit of static sound in the background that kind of tails off when I speak, when the noise gate is hit. But with the new microphone, it sounds like that has been reduced significantly as well. Another win from this setup. That's a real puzzle piece. seems to fit nicely. Other way, other way. I missed one again? That looks correct. One, two, okay. Here. And the 4, okay. This should be 2. It's going to be another row of windows on the wide side of this. All right, that's all making sense. Oh, the windows are going to go here, actually. It's a star. Almost lost another. Suburban. That's a tongue twister. Suburban farmer. Hello, hello. And welcome. Good to see you. I saw you on the team list today as a possible raid target for when I ended, but you ended up ending first. So thank you for sending the support on over to continue the raid train for Team Stream Stars. Thank you very much for that. And welcome. Thank you for putting in the work for this cause, this fantastic cause as well. I hope that it went well for you today. Let me know what you're up to. I'm just building a not Lego set, but Lego compatible set that also has lighting involved in it. And let me get a shout outs to you here as well. Right back at you. More satisfactory. Nice. I definitely like seeing it primarily in the daytime. I hope you had a good session. If you got a raid and run, it's all good. And thank you anybody who came with that raid. Always support your streamer, whether we're doing a charity thing or not. Support your streamer if you're going to be there to the end. Go with their raid, and then if you got a raid and run after that, it's all good. But show them that love right to the end. And in this case, since we are raising funds for Starlight, we want to keep as many people in the stream as possible. If you're able to leave a lurk to support the cause, bring a little bit more visibility, helps with all the algorithms and everything, and just general visibility for other people is appreciated, but definitely not required. But thank you all for, again, this support of the cause, and hope you had a good weekend as well on the whole. I feel like this is off. It looks so weird. This whole corner feels incorrect. Should everything be shifted over? There's no way, right? There's no way. It's an isometric view issue. Certainly this is all a lie. This is all an optical illusion. When I put this here, let's see if I can simulate what I'm seeing. Yeah, there it is. That's exactly it. That is exactly what I'm seeing in the instructions right now. Line those up perfectly, and then if you take perspective away from it, it looks like this is supposed to be one continuous wall, and it throws me off so much. Look at that. Then I have this gap, and I'm like, why do I have this gap? And what I'm seeing in the instructions shows me that. What have I done? Or what have I not done? But I think I believe I'm okay so far. Definitely does not provide a lot of reassurance. Oops. Yeah, this has been a good build. It's different. It has approaches unlike anything that I personally have encountered before. In a good way. You know, I like the variety. This is just a little photograph or illustration on the wall. Nice little workspace here. Maybe the light is a little bit too close in there, but see the background image, desktop wallpaper. Somebody has a nice crystal. Oh, you know what that's probably, I bet you what that's supposed to represent is a Himalayan salt lamp. I bet you that's what they're trying to channel there. But yeah, a decent use of the space, you know? And then I guess this is the break room downstairs. I wonder if something's going to go in here. Usually, yeah, there's probably going to be some furniture added into this. But not too much because, again, I am about to start the very final bag. This was what got added here on the top, was the second to the last bag, and now time for bag 17. I believe this is it. making sure I didn't miss a bag number. Good amount of stuff. What about the top? What about the roof? I'm not sure if I see enough plates in here to top it off. Does it have a green roof? I'm about to find out. Yeah, I've got tiles and plates. I guess it's a green roof on this side. Little lawn up there. That's it. All right. Texture out here. Some big chunky industrial texture. Still need to use these too. These are going to be used for like above ground mains wiring. Okay, so this whole corner is going to be filled now. It's rounded. And one more of you. Three. There you are. Try that again. I'm going to do it exactly the same though. All right, it's attached. Or what is that? E6. Two, one by one. And another 6. Holds that corner in place, locates it. No more windows. All done with windows. At least no see-through ones. You can have false windows. One, two, three. Excuse me. Got this. These are gonna go straight across. Wait, no, there's a gap. In, out, gap. All right, 1 by 2. Yes. By 6 on the edge. Stacks. Okay. Looks like this whole level is getting tiled over, which means that the roof is going to be built separately. I thought that this was going to be kind of integrated in. It's interesting there's no light at the top. Is it Louis or Luis? I think it's Luis, but I might be wrong. Thank you for the work that you just did. A $10.65 donation restored the palindromic perfection. 781187. Less than 400 away from sponsoring a third gaming station. And look at that beautiful number on the screen too. And you managed to very nearly get a $10 donation out of it, which is the number that I like to see the most, because a lot of people can drop a 10 to buy toys for a couple kids or sponsor 10 hours of gaming or VR use. And it moves that number quite significantly, quite quickly. They add up a lot. So thank you very much for that. The team, yep, if we can get to that point, if we can get to, where is it? If we can get to there, that's 3 gaming stations. It's one of the big ones and 2 of the little ones. And the Team Stream Stars will be homing in on their $15,000 goal as a team, which is actually Insight, which is a beautiful thing to see. 12 to fill this hole. And thanks to everyone who's just hanging out, just sticking around. And I hope you're having a good evening. Two by 8. The following question is not a challenge. It's just a question. And there's no wrong answer. Has anyone noticed the music today? And specifically, has anyone noticed if it's a little bit different? Again, there's not a right answer. Had not noticed it being different. Familiar feel. Same chill jazz as usual. Right on. And there's no wrong answer. I do appreciate the feedback, though. Feels a little more up-tempo if you think about it, but maybe overthinking based on what's playing right now. But like throughout the day, it hasn't felt like a different feeling throughout the day or throughout the stream. Strong desire for ice cream. Is that related? No, I would have I think I would have expected the opposite. But now I want ice cream. I haven't had ice cream in a very long time. Sounds like a good idea to me. Tillamook, I don't think I've ever had Tillamook ice cream. I love their cheese, as you know, as a mass-produced cheese. It's very good. A lot of good range there, but I don't think I've ever tried their ice cream. I guess I should fix that, huh? You got Bluebell. A scoop of Brubeck. Dave Brubeck? Or what do we... Creamy. Tillamook is very creamy. Doesn't give you the chemically taste. Chemically taste. Huh. Interesting. So I would have to try it to understand what you mean. I don't think this playlist has any 5/4 time signature. It definitely has some 6/8. It's got a lot of 6/8. This playlist got a lot of 6/8. No 5/4. Can I share the change? Yeah. So I shifted to the playlist that I've been using for pure jazz. In the past couple, a while actually. I've had a bunch of different ones. They're eventually going to get combined, but they've been more late 50s, early 60s based, and this one here shifts to the second half of the 60s. Just a different, to me, feels a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more elevated in melodic style, a little bit more pensive with the bass. On average, not every single one of them, but on average. A little bit more cool, some would say. Whatever that means. Not that I used those words, but the net result, I think. Cool like ice cream. Dang it. I didn't mean to prove you right there. Dang it. And this is my first time debuting this playlist. Today is... I've got 6.5 hours of it so far. So there should be minimal... We've been going for 3 hours. There should be minimal repetition. It is set to randomly switch though, so you might occasionally get some. Came back at the right time to say you like the jazz. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna end up with, I believe, 5 jazz-related playlists, 5 distinctly different styles. This of which this will probably be my second favorite. I've got 3 built out really, really well. Working on a 4th. I could work on bending these a little bit, but I think they'll be fine. Point down. Yeah, all I know is that specifically Suno has announced that per their licensing with, is it Universal or is it the other one? Whoever they connected up with, they said that once they make their big updates, there will be monthly download limits, which there are not right now. No, they haven't said anything about limits to creating music, but downloading, there will be limits, and you'll just have to pay extra to go beyond that. I have no idea what those limits will be. You know, they might be really big, and it might be no issue whatsoever. But right now, since I know, I mean, I've already been working pretty fast on this stuff, knowing that, you know, there is some risk to the industry. Been trying to get as much as I can while I can, but now that I have more specific information about it, I know that I need to download a lot of stuff. That means get all the stuff that I need in mass produced quickly. So far, I have 3,681 files that I have downloaded. That does not match the number that have been generated, just the number that I've actually brought down to use for some or another reason. And I plan on doing probably another 700 to 1,000 by the end of the month. Good to find out on time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to be really happy with where this ends up. I'm already happy with what I've got. And I've gotten way better, as well as, you know, the tools themselves have gotten way better. But I've gotten better at adjusting to what it gives me to tell it what I want and get what I want. What's up, Chief? How's it going? Well, I was looking at my past stuff last night / this morning. Saw that my very first generated music playlist was formed in June 2023. Back when it was all very nascent and new. Got on it pretty quickly. For a change. I'm usually a slow adopter. Okay, so not a green roof. What are we going to do for the roof then? There aren't enough pieces remaining here to make a roof. This doesn't make sense. I'm just trusting the process so far, but this is weird. Yeah, if they didn't even have a roof, it's just like, hey, we're gonna do something different. Why? Bad different, bad different. Ah, dang it.
Oh my God! Wow!
Lower. Right. This one's not. Dang it. My alignment is wrong. These should be on the same, which means that should be there. Okay, so I should be able to peel this out. Please tell me that's a 1. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. It's not a 1x1. Dang it. Did I swap 2 layers? I must. It's another one of those. Another one of those situations. These are built so
Another one.
Unfortunately. You like this type of architecture? That's that. Show me this side. Oh wow, it was done so far apart. Okay. That's still the other side. Build. That is over there. Okay, here, this side. Got it. So we go base, 2 of these, and then this. Okay, so this layer should be next. That should do it. Yeah, there really is no light for the office. What a strange choice to go so far. Not quite get there. There would only be a very small area where you'd be able to see in, but still for there to not be any light there at all, it's odd. This is it. This is it for lights. Yeah. Oh, what? What? Oh. I'm like, I see light. No. It would just be right in there. So that's the only thing that's missing light is that. And there are no other windows. There's no other place to see it. So it's just right there. You're not able to see it. This area, it's plenty. Okay, so it looks like this roof is simply going to be built studs on the side. That's what the deal is. Roof on that side. Because, I mean, you look at the parts that I have left over here. This doesn't look like roof. Nothing about this says, and now to finish the set. Like covering it. Is this? Oh, 1, 2. Okay. By 6 and a by 10. This looks like a 10, right? 10, yep. Not a 6, a 4. Now a 6 and a 10. I'm really realizing I'm starting to feel hungry. Probably because I didn't eat today at all. Funny how that works. Thank you. That's a roof.
We love these songs because they are good to us. The Quiznos subs. They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them. They got a pepper bar.
Quiznos new Santa Fe Trio subs with smoky chipotle sauce. Fried chicken, roast beef, or smoked turkey.
The Quiznos subs.
Quiznos. Toasty.
We don't have Quiznos. There's a distinct lack of Quiznos in my area. Thank you, Robot Wizard. The more you know. They got a pepper bar. The more you know. Oh, are they? Are they gone?
Everything I'm
Oh.
about to say is allegedly.
At least we don't have an Arby's ad that you can bring up. That would make me angry. Literally, fully, completely angry. Because Arby's is not in my region. You have to drive quite a long time to get to the nearest Arby's. And they advertise constantly in my region. We have the meats. Well, we don't have the Arby's, so stop talking about it. Roof. Is there supposed to be a receptacle over on that side too? Low. Nope, it's the same. Filed for bunker, so you have greatly reduced location counts, but it still exists. Okay. Where's the beef? No. I saw that there was a Tangia that someone had done of Where's the Beef, but it was really poor quality, and I forget what the context was, or something else that was weird about it, so I didn't use it. But it's definitely something that we can add eventually. I haven't actually updated Tangia in way too long. No takeaways within 120 kilometers worth eating. Yikes. I'm sorry. All right, let me assemble these figures. We're gonna I'm going to try to get this out there. And just pray that it'll be
Robot
heard.
Wizard 9000 asked me, where's the beef-flavored cardboard sticks known as Slim Jims? Ooh, yeah, brother. Those beefy Slim Jims are the cream of the crop, hidden in every gas station and corner store, just waiting for a real man to snap them up and feel the burn, dig in and rise to the top.
Wow. Thanks, Robot Wizard. These figures are not Lego figures. We know this.
You're welcome.
Everybody knows this. These figures are not Lego figures. No legitimate company is going to be able to do Lego figures or figures that look like Lego because Lego has a trademark on the design and every single aspect of the design. Other companies have to do things differently. They have to. If you don't like these, like most people do not like these because they are not Lego figures, because no other company can legitimately all the other things. If you don't like these, that's okay. But we don't need to get angry about the existence of these figures. Their existence is legitimate. They are allowed to exist, and we are allowed to like them less. But that's okay. We don't have to freak out about it. I say this in advance because every time I show a figure that is not a Lego figure, people freak out. Like a lot. Like it gets wild. Very, very strong opinions. I need you to know that I don't like these. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Also know that if you like everything that a company does, you love everything that they do, but you don't like one tiny, tiny little thing that's included, like the figures, that's okay. It's even possible to buy a set that has figures that you don't like and just put in figures that you do like, because figures, generic figures, don't cost that much. These are super deformed. Lego figures are super deformed also. They are. It's a fact. These just have bigger heads. City figures are absolutely super cheap. Like legitimate, actual Lego generic people minifigures. Imagine these is something you might get out of a vending machine. Sure. I mean, they look like Nendoroids. Nendoroids sell really well. People love them. Or what are those other pops? Not Funko Pops, the better ones, the good ones, the quality ones that people actually like these days. Pop, what are they called? It has Pop in the name, but it's not Funko. And they're perfectly synced. Anybody know the name of those figures that look very much like this, but they're halfway between the size of these and Funko Pops? And they're not Funko, they're way better. Is it Pop Mart? Is that it? Pop Mart? For enemies to these. Pop Mart or Pop-Up Parade. All right. Little People? No, I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Is that the Fisher-Price line, Little People? Ranger Playmo. These have more detail and expressiveness than Playmo. But very similar articulation and pose. I wish these had articulating legs, though. Instead, you have to have a separate seated version. Peanuts. Well, how about that? Fantasy has the Peanuts license. It all works. Who makes the Little People line you guys are talking about? Who's the manufacturer? It's Mattel? Okay. Oh, it's Fisher. Okay, it's Fisher. So it is okay, so it is Fisher Price. So it's the latest version of, wait for it. These guys. It's whatever eventually these turned into after another 50 years or so. They were little kids, they were round figures with no arms. Oh, okay. These were Fisher Price Little People in the 70s. Had a couple of these and a cement truck, I want to say. Solid with no movement now. Okay. You're on the list. Sounds like it's theirs. This guy's backwards. Or this gal. Blackpool, welcome, welcome. Just about done with this build. Super happy, obviously, with the team and all the generosity of all the people. Cannot complain. Thing says Fisher was bought by Mattel in '93. Wow. A long time ago. Galaxy far, far away. Another one. Yeah, I think these are good looking figures. Like if we brick building people could exit ourselves, stop being how we are, and be open to things existing that are not Lego, I think that we would really enjoy these and think that they're great and think they have like more personality and more cuteness even than Lego figures if you were to look at them without bias. But it's not possible. We can't. We cannot look at them without bias. Built the llama. Oh, you finished it. You did the whole thing? Right on. You did the whole thing? Yeah, that is very nice. And you're an actual Fortnite player, so it really goes with your vibe. Oh, 3 bags. Okay, you did over two streams. Okay, that, let me say, wow, you are killing it on speed. Okay, 2 streams sounds much more chill. Your first ever Lego set? Congrats. Not showing these two wives you love. Congrats on your first ever Lego set.
Another one.
Yeah. Might be hooked. Okay, there we go. And after a while, we need to get you into Gundam or other plastic model building, and you know the circle will be complete.
This is the way.
This is the way. I like the separate ponytail piece. Allows for a lot of depth. Never done one. Well, what we need to do is get you into an entry grade. Because, I mean, I know you know how to do stuff with your hands, but what we do is we get you in with the entry grade so that you can just build it like on one stream. So, you know, you can still do the content with it. You can experience it with people. You can have your redeems going and everything. You know, it all integrates in. But it's super low stress. It's like building with Lego, except you have to, the parts come like this and you have to push them off, you know, and it's fine. And you end up with this little mech thing. And then you're like, well, this is cool. And then you start playing with it. You're like, this is very cool. What other ones do they have? And you start looking to see, okay, what do they have that can match my style? And then you'll see something in a search result and be like, what is that? I want that. And then people will say, well, you're not ready for that yet. That's an RG or that's an MG or that's a third party or da. But how about this instead? And you're like, oh, I like that too. And then, yeah, it just happens from there. Not that I've ever seen this happen before in our community, ever. Definitely not speaking from experience. Thank you, Palindrome Defender, who says the following: doing good makes me feel good. I love that. Because you deserve to feel good. Unlike that one guy in the background there, not a big heckler. You deserve to feel good, and you have done good, and you deserve to feel good for doing good. So that is all good, and I'm very happy to hear it. Thank you for the $11 donation to Starlight Children's Foundation, keeping the palindromes alive, no less. Seriously. Say that on a regular basis. Nobody needs to spend their money bringing joy to kids they don't even know in another state, not another country. But knowing that you have done exactly that, you deserve to feel good about yourself. You don't have to go patting breaking your shoulder, patting yourself on the back, but you absolutely deserve to feel good. Because you have done something wonderful. And the impact that you have on a kid and their family is immense. Thank you. Again. Shinier? No, I'd say all of the hair on this girl is shinier than the others. Not on that particular one. Oops. What I'm looking for this. Yeah. I keep forgetting to turn the light off. These batteries are probably going to be running down when I'm not using it. I forget to turn the light off. That can be pushed in a little bit more right there, but all in all, this is done. Another one.
Another one.
Then you get to the back of the instructions, and they show a bunch of steampunk stuff. Steampunk windmill, and a steampunk steam-powered blimp, and a steam-powered wooden submarine. Trying to get away from a kraken on the seafloor. It's a little bit different. Then you turn the page again, and you see this next to a western mine and a pirate pub. Wow, they have a lot of... Okay, they need to get away from brown. Period. They need to get away from brown. Look at this. Just look at the page in general. They need to get around. They need to get away from brown. Because obviously, okay, the Alpine Lodge, it's log cabin. Modern log cabin, but log cabin. So, okay, brown. This is Western Mine, so a lot of stuff was made with wood. Sure. Pirates. Okay, wood again. And then this. Modern, but with brown. They need to get away from brown. I'm telling you right now. This is too much brown. It's too much. And over here, it's brown and tan for the steampunk stuff. It's fine and all, but like branch out, y'all. Now I am being unfair because they do have their very, very red line of retro stuff, kind of circusy stuff. They do other colors. They do other colors. But I'm just saying. You love the pirate set? Steampunk stuff is cool. It is. Yep. Aha. The two parts. Ah, both of them. Yeah. For sure. Steampunkers need to hire architecture firms too. Steampunk architecture firm, it would be a thing. It would be a good thing. Fantasy figs are among your favorites. You do love the Lego Lord of Rings, though. Speaking of which, I have so many Lego knockoff figures. I still need to get in the habit of building them. That's it. I need to get in the habit of building. I have so many that are not built. They need to be built. Let me pick something. What is this? Whatever this one is, I'm going to do this one. It's a knight, I guess? Of some sort. Yeah. Can we zoom this out more? You can't really see that much of it, no matter what, from this level. So we'll just use this for here. Use this for the wider. Precisely as brown as it's meant to be. Snoopy. They do. I said that. I said that earlier. They've had it for a long time. I specifically said that as soon as you mentioned it. Just dropped it. It's all good. This is a bonus. I need to, like I said, remember to work on these things a little bit. The joints on this one are a little bit loose. Again, with printing on the side. Oh my gosh. Printing on the side of the torso. And the back of the legs.
No!
Meanwhile, Lego's like, we can only do 2 prints per year. Any more than that is too many frames. Whatever that means. Oh my gosh, this has a print for the gauntlets. The hand is printed. Come on. Stop. Stop. Just stop it. Both hands are printed, which means it's not the same piece twice. It's 2 different prints. That one's printed. This one's printed. This one's printed on the right. This one's printed on the left. That's 2 separate prints just for the hands. Just the hands. Redonkulous. Just some random generic quote-unquote Lego compatible minifigure that cost $1.50. Look how shiny that silver is. Look at this Warhammer. Look at that. Just look at it. And then they have a spare weapon. I wish he had a sheath. I'm getting so spoiled. I wish that he had a sheath for his dagger here. I'm so spoiled. Nope. Thought I might be able to force it in right there. No, it's not gonna work. Reminds you of old Transformer accessories? Yep. This one's not quite chrome, but definitely a high metallic. Looks very premium, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And this is super generic. I mean, you can get worse, but it's hard to find worse these days. When this is literally $1.50. I could probably find it cheaper than that. Like this is $1.50 on a retail site, not on AliExpress or something like that. Dragon Knight. Yes, it's a dragon, not a wyvern. Well, wait a minute. A wyvern is a dragon. You hush. Don't say that on the internet. Neckbeards will sprout from their woodwork. Cool. I got another one of these built. Another one. Accessory that I don't know where to put because there's too much. Well, I say, we are done. We did it. We did it.
Thanks, Jang.
And we are less than 400 away with a week to go. Almost a week to go. Less than 400 away. No, it's 5 days. 5 days to go. Yeah, we go through Friday. Less than 400 away from funding a third game station. Gotta keep those $10 donations coming in. We're gonna be able to get there. I can feel it. I can smell it. The possibility exists. Oh, wow. Oh, is Blapple still here? Smile would have been a dragon. Clever, welcome. Sorry about the timing. You just got here right at the end. I know we like to raid the team, but Starlight itself is hosting Tantrum merch, which is a bunch of people. It's five different channels streaming together, and Starlight itself is hosting them presently. I'm thinking about, they got a big old banner and stuff. I'm thinking about going in their direction. It's streamers versus everybody. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. It's a big thing, and like I said, Starlight itself is focusing on it. Let me bring some more visibility to that, and it looks fun, super fun. They're doing the great work. So yeah, let's go say hello. Spread the Starlight love and support. It's ultimately we're all working towards one thing here. And please do, on the Twitch side, grab that raid message. Sky, welcome. I do apologize for the timing, but I just finished building this. It is done. And about to raid out. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Please do hit that up. Oh, wait a minute. There are other people. How many people? Let's see. Which one should I? Which one should I raid? There's a whole bunch of them together. There's so many. I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's them. There's them. Who do I choose? I mean, all of the chats go together and stuff. There's them. Do it. There's them. I guess I just have to pick. Yeah. They're all together. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one. It's all one thing. Okay, I'm going this way. And we'll see what happens. All right, please do grab that raid message for the event. And if you've not read it here before, this is 5 different streamers, plus Starlight also hosting officially, doing gaming for Starlight. Big old fundraiser.
Thanks,
They got prize packs. They got all kinds of things going on. They got redeems when you do a donation. It makes funny things happen on the screen. There's a whole room full of people. Like, this is awesome. Let's do it. Be good to one another. Be good to yourselves. Thank you for being good to me. And please do go with the raid. If you got a raid and run, that's okay.
Thank you, Jang.
But if you can leave a lurk, it helps to bring more visibility to the event. And then maybe somebody else will show up and be like, hey, what's going on over here? Oh, well, this is cool. Wait, what's Starlight? Tell me more about Starlight. They find out, oh, maybe they donate $10. Should be awesome. They donate more. So yeah, give them some support. Thank you for doing the good work. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for just hanging out. Hope you've enjoyed. Don't expect a review on this tonight, but within the next 2 to 3 days for sure. And I'll see you soon. On the YouTube side, thank you for hanging out. Again, see you soon. On the Switch side, go with the raid. Later, y'all. Grab that raid message. Get it.